Hey guys, this is a quick business alert, and this really is a quick business alert.
Yep.
After hours, a lot of the earnings, especially in tech, are ugly. Amazon's down 10% after hours. I was just looking at the Novellus report. Novellus supplies a lot of semiconductors, a lot of the memory companies like SanDisk, the Intels of the world. They guided down ugly after hours across the board. That's going to be ugly.
This is what Amazon should have done. They're getting hammered anyway. They came out with good news, and
you are so cynical about this. Is one of the biggest, most fastest growing companies in the history of capitalism. And you're just trashing them. For the record, I've been saying it was a short too. At any rate, guys, after hours, it's really ugly. The futures, the technology futures, the NASDAQ futures are all down after hours. It's going to be an ugly open tomorrow. We'll see how the day plays out. As you saw today, intraday can obviously change back and forth. But at any rate,
tech sentiment has been kind of bad, though, these days. That shouldn't surprise anybody.
Although when sentiment is bad, that's when you want to buy.
Flip it. From the savings and loan meltdown in the 80s to the FBI investigation into 14 mortgage lenders just announced yesterday, financial institutions seem incapable of curbing their appetite for risky assets. Well, who could? We see scandals over and over again. The main difference is how certain unscrupulous bankers or traders work their shenanigans. So this is creating a buzz. Still, it's early, in very early stages, for some kind of change to the way Wall Street is paid. The idea is that the incentive for working the system needs to be changed. So joining us now, Fox News contributor, the one and only Jeannie Piro.
The one and only Jeannie Piro. Welcome back to the show.
Nice to be here. Yeah.
So, Jeannie, in all seriousness, like these scummy investment bankers have pocketed hundreds of millions of dollars individually while pawning off hundreds of billions of dollars on losses into the economy, and all the renters and savers and people making minimum wage and then the African-American communities are now being asked to bail everybody out.
And you know what? That's exactly the problem. And we've seen it happen again, as Tracy said, in the 80s with the savings and loan meltdown and then the blow-up of the internet stocks. What we have are people who are the masters of the universe, and they are the ones who are ultimately not responsible. The worst-case scenario is they move on to the next company. It's about time. And I come from the criminal justice realm, obviously. You know, we prosecute people who are negligent or reckless or intentional.
We're supposed to anyway.
Well, and we're not doing that. And what we're seeing now is not just the bank suffering, but as you say so well, it is filtering down to the regular run-of-the-mill person. And when you think about it, a rogue, low-level trader at a French bank messes up $7 billion.
Wait, you said the banks aren't the only ones suffering. I'm saying the banks aren't even suffering. Those guys still got their billions in bonuses. There was a 10% jump in bonuses this year after that disaster of the last year.
Your shareholders may be suffering. So what we've got to do is we've got to now get, I think, Congress involved, because nothing is happening within the community itself. Get Congress to say, look, or the way you do it is, if you're the top, well, no, they can tighten up the regulations, and that's what they've said over the years, over and over again. But these guys shouldn't be able to walk away with their salaries. Their salary should be held in escrow. It should be dependent upon the success of the bank.
But now we're just socialists. I mean, is it not? I mean, at the same time,
hey, let me tell you something. You don't get good ratings, you don't stay here. Okay? We're all accountable, and they should be as well.
Should the shareholders push for that, not Congress?
Anybody should push for it.
Well, I'm pushing for it every day.
It is human nature that greed is good. Gordon Gekko said it himself. It is human nature. You're not going to prevent this from happening again, just like we had Enron, and then we'll have the next scandal, and it'll keep going. So I actually think there is some validity to this. Put somebody's salary in escrow, because you know what? You're not going to stop ingenuity.
Okay, so let's decide right now what the arbitrary line for if you're making, say, more than $100,000 a year, your salary should go into escrow.
Oh
wait, I'm sorry, it's $100 million? Oh wait, it's 10 million? Where's that arbitrary line we're going to choose?
No, there is no arbitrary line. We're talking about in this particular position where you have the capacity to not just impact the bank, but the whole economy, a global economy, then and that's what's going on now with these subprime loan losses, then you have got to be accountable.
What I keep coming back to, guys, if the Fed and the government itself was not continually pumping in hundreds of billions of dollars into the system, the banks themselves would go bankrupt. These guys wouldn't have the money to pay themselves.
So they can gamble
go
our
bankrupt.
Money.
Exactly. We don't need more laws. We just need to quit lining them with sliding there. We need to quit lining. We need to quit lining the banking industry with tax dollars. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, you can't do that. No, Cody, with all due respect, you can't do that. People people
Listen to her.
cannot, look, you can't put money in a bank and then say, okay, the head of the bank messed it up, you don't have any money. Now we've got to say, you messed it up, head of the bank, you don't get your salary, you get some
Why can we not say that? This is 2008, it's not
because
1890.
it's not politically
it's
correct,
exactly.
and we
What
haven't
about-
recognized the damage that they're doing.
What about restricted stock?
Absolutely. Restricted stock.
You're not going to you cannot
So,
bank
right,
up Goldman
what you guys
Sachs.
are basically saying is let's figure out more ways to convolute the tax code and put a gun to some
It's not
bankers'
convoluting the
heads
tax
and
code.
make
No.
sure that they don't get paid unless we're okay and Congress said
It's not about the
okay.
tax code.
It's
I
nothing
say
about
keep
the
it
tax
in the
code.
shareholders and quit. Again, I'm saying the only reason these guys are getting paid is because we've cut rates and we keep intraday pumping in hundreds of billions of dollars of liquidity. The government needs to quit paying them.
No, the government is not paying them. The shareholders are paying them, and that's the problem. The government needs to put its money in so Tom, Dick, and Harry that we've been talking about don't lose their life savings.
So then we need
These
better
guys shouldn't
shareholder
walk
laws.
away like, you know, Prince and all the rest of them with all kinds of money. And
Jeannie,
then
I'm on your side. That's exactly
Okay.
my
I
point.
think Jeanine
Okay.
should run for president.
yeah, in my next
There
life,
it is.
not this life.
Come on, is this a
Thank
declaration
you.
right here?
No, it isn't.
Not
It
for this
isn't.
round.
You know
Not
what?
this
It's about
round.
accountability.
Yes, you're absolutely
do it.
right. All right,
Yeah.
on that note, we've got absolutely everything you need to know about
Absolute.
when Happy Hour returns.